Hello again. I forgot we didn't talk about one thing in the find best match function. So this is a little amend to my last video. And let's see. So if I can, no, I can't Control Z back to there. But let me just get some code up in here to get back to where we were. We had some kind of result object being assigned from find best match of the user input, and it was searching in all the movies. And I'll go ahead and run that real quick. And I'm not message boxing it, so let's see. We'll just message box the what? Let's message box what? The first one dot, or it's actually like this dot results, or what was it called? Can't remember. Goes in ratings. Ratings. And we'll just say the first one was, what was it? And as you probably remember, it was Mamma Mia. Okay. If you don't want to deal with all that, you can obviously use this like we said in the video. But the thing that I forgot to mention was you can also get there with this bestMatch object instead of the ratings object. And the bestMatch object will only have one, it won't even be an array, because here it's an array. In the bestMatch object, it's just one large object. So let's try that real quick. So it was called bestMatch. And instead of going into the first item of the array, we'll just say the target. And that gives us the same thing. Mamma Mia. The only other thing in that object would be what? The rating itself. So it only has these two. So we'll just do both of them. We'll say result object bestMatch rating. I'll just put some flavor text around this. With regard to matching the user input, and the user input was, whatever this is. So look at this. This is interesting. It only had a 1.7 match rating. I was a little bit. One other thing I didn't like about that video was, in our example, we had Benjamin, something like that, misspelled, and it scored 50, and I said that was pretty good. Well, yes and no. It's pretty good for the short string that someone put in when you compare it to, the full movie name is Curious Case. Let's see, Curious Case. So it's pretty far matched from that. And that's just one thing I want to mention is 50 is pretty high considering, it was several words were missing. And my experience with this, actually the movies, I was having users type something like this, and in my database, the movies were like, they always had a year, so I don't know what year that movie was released, but it was like, it had a year, so users were never going to type the year because they don't know the year, they just know it's Harry Potter. And so that's where it helped me. And I think it's a good library. The other nice thing is that you can input an array instead of looping your entire database. Every time you want to do something, you just pop that array in there and get some actionable results. And I hope it's useful to you. This has just been a short addition to that I wanted to talk about. Of course, the README will always be probably the best place to learn. Last time in the video, we were a little confused about the sorting, if the results were sorted or not. That was missing from the documentation, and now it's in there. It might not be in there on this page because this is my local downloaded copy. But maybe real quick we can look at the library real quick. As you know, we got the class itself. I think this is used. If it's not used, I'll go ahead and remove this. No, it's used. I kind of do this thing where I have information that's never used, and it, because I copied kind of my class template, and I forget to remove things. Okay, so I got a few minutes before my meeting. Let's go through this. We have compare two strings, take two strings. I mean, maybe it's a good idea to put some defaults in there. I'll think about it. Like that, maybe it would be a good idea. But for now, it's not. It doesn't need to be over-engineered. Okay, so let's see. It calculates it basically. And then yeah, okay, that's just all calculating, and it gives you back the rating only. So find best match would obviously be a little more complex. It clears up that info array in case it had something in there before. So probably I don't even need to define it out there. It's just local to this. Then for everything you input into the array, it's gonna get the score. Well, it's gonna create the object. It's kind of what I think of as a two-dimensional array, but it's actually just one-dimensional probably. So each item is it's gonna get that target, and it's gonna get the rating. So the target's just copying from this array what string was input. And then it's going to sort it with this internal sorting thing according to the rating. So there should be a space here, I think. And then it's going to assign that best match as a single. I think it should look more like that. And like that. It's going to create a new object. So this is a new object here, which has the best match, which is the first item in that array, and then the entire ratings array. And it's going to return that entire object. Simple best match kind of does the same thing. Let's see. It just runs the entire. It just runs best match, but only returns the target, the string itself. And then this is an internal sorting array. And I went ahead and make some minor changes to this to maybe speed it up. And that's about it. I think I also changed the name to be like this, which is, to me, I picked up from Geek Dude. This is a good way to signify, hey, it's internal. And that's it. So hopefully this added video is interesting or whatever to you and helps you use that class.